Hi, I'm Maike and you're watching City Lights on Novus TV. Tonight we're at the Vancouver International Mountain Film Festival here in North Van. This year they've partnered with North Shore Rescue, who are celebrating 50 years of saving lives. And opening night premiere movie is called Risk and Rescue. It's a locally made movie, much anticipated. Let's check it out. So tell us about the Vancouver International Mountain Film Festival.
Well, this is the 18th year of the Vancouver Mountain Film Festival. I started it in 1998 as an idea of doing something for the local outdoor crowd. I studied film and literature at UBC, and so that was a natural joint venture for me to combine my passion for climbing with that of film and literature. And basically what we do, we bring in guest speakers who tell their stories of climbing mountains, and then we combine these live shows with film screenings.
And how has it grown over the years?
We started here at the Centennial Theatre in North Van as a 3-day show in one venue. That was 1998, and now at the 18th year we have 4 venues, 9 days, 25 separate shows together. Plus we have the 4th series in November and a tour that goes across Canada and the US and visits like 50 places. I'm from Slovakia, and after 2 years of doing the festival here, we managed to start a completely brand new festival in Slovakia that uses the films that premiere here in Vancouver. So we have a great cooperation between the continents.
Can you tell us the highlight of this year?
The opening with the North Shore Rescue and the premiere of the Hand of Franklin film. I'm really looking forward to the live show of Adam Ondra, who is the strongest rock climber or sport climber in the world. We have Jeff Lau here tomorrow with his film Metanoia, and Jeff is a legendary alpine climbing pioneer who has just put up so many routes out there that has not been repeated to this date. We have Sonny Trotter, a legendary rock climber and boulderer, doing a show on the finale night, and then other shows in mountain biking and skiing and ski mountaineering.
Great, sounds like there's a lot going on. Well, we look forward to seeing what unfolds tonight. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So you're the director of the premiere movie tonight. Tell us about the movie.
The movie follows the North Shore Search and Rescue team. You know, it involves all the excitement of the rescues that they're on and the real life-saving work they do, but it also delves a bit into their personal lives and their family and their kids.
And what's your history with the Search and Rescue team?
A few years ago, I was doing a documentary on search and rescue in Canada, and I started following the North Shore team. But in order to do that, I had to start going to their training. So every week, through most of the year, starting in the fall, I went to training with them and learning more about them. So I got to know them pretty well.
And was it quite an eye-opener to see what they actually get up to?
It was amazing. I mean, even my very first night out, I realized, okay, this is serious. This isn't like showing up for knitting classes or anything. I mean, they train hard. You know, Tim Jones, the leader, when I was doing it, was really strict about things because he didn't want to lose people in the field. You don't want to send volunteers out to rescue someone and then have the volunteers get into trouble, right? So he demanded perfection.
So are they sort of the first team that come out before the police? And
this team really is the one that gets called. The 911 call will come in, it'll go to one of those other places, and then they call the North Shore Rescue team and say, can you help us out?
Did you find yourself in any hairy sort of situations?
No, they kept me pretty safe. I mean, it was exciting for me because I always knew they had my back. But I have to say, some of the things I saw and some of the rescues that I witnessed, and sometimes just on film because I couldn't go into all the places, so I got the guys to film while they were doing it too, really still makes my heart go into my throat. It's hairy stuff.
The Northwest Passage. Locked in ice for centuries, it has eluded man's historic attempts to forge a trade route through its waters.
So you're a director of another film that is premiering here tonight?
That's right, it's called The Hand of Franklin. It's about 4 of us trying to row through the Northwest Passage. The Northwest Passage had never been rowed under human power before because it's always locked in ice, but now with climate change, it's been opening up over the years. So we attempted to go through it with a rowboat, and our film is basically an adventure film that also looks at how climate change is affecting the Arctic and the people that live up there.
Is it a Guinness World Record by any chance?
Well, as you'll see in the film, we may not have made it all the way through, but a failed expedition often makes for good film because there's a lot of challenges and tribulations along the way. We talked to a lot of elders, the Inuit and Inuvialuit, who are the local peoples up there, and they have more of like a broad-based view of what's happened over there over the past like 50 years. So talking to people like that, they've told us how, for example, all these different species that never used to exist in the Arctic exist up there. There's grizzly bears up there now. There's killer whales in the Northwest Passage, humpback whales, there are beavers, so all these species that never used to exist up in the Northwest Passage are there now. So it definitely is a changing environment.
And what inspired you to do something that sounds really difficult?
Sharing the people, the voices of the local people and showing the environment through film is kind of like more of an intimate way to show what's happening in the Northwest Passage than more of like a nebulous kind of documentary where, you know, aerial photography and distant interviews doesn't really give you that same kind of perspective.
And where can people see it aside from the festival?
CBC documentary channel across Canada.
Now in its 18th year, the Vancouver International Mountain Film Festival continues to attract outdoor adventurists. Check out VIMFF.org for all the details. It's going on until the 21st of February. North Shore Rescue is a fantastic cause and maybe you'd like to get involved too. They've been keeping the community safe for 50 years. I'm Maike and you're watching City Lights on Novus TV.